Hey, what's going on? I'll start just by explaining where I've been. The first thing is I just got a lot of stuff going on in my life, trying to get my house ready in the woods for the winter and whatnot. And I'm just trying to do more real life things. The more time that goes on, I can barely stand to look at a computer or phone anymore. And through sometime in August, I got really sick for like 2 weeks. I don't know what it was or what the deal was. I felt like I was poisoned. Just really deep, but it's hard to even explain what was wrong. It wasn't like a respiratory thing, wasn't a stomach thing. Just extremely weak and like really deep bone and body aches for maybe like a week or something like that, or very tired but couldn't sleep, so I was so uncomfortable. Kept having to go out and lay down on the hardwood floor and all types of stuff. And I got through that, it's not the end of the world, it passed. And then I got a terrible migraine for like 2 weeks straight, which also isn't the first time. I used to get them like 3 weeks straight sometimes. And I used to go to the hospital, but they never did anything for me, so I didn't go anywhere. And that passed eventually too, but all together, it ended up being like over a month that I was down, like all of August into September. Just really not feeling well. And when I finally came out of it, I just knew that I had to get as strong and as healthy as I can. And just listening to other people, there was just things that I was doing that I don't want to be doing. I quit smoking cigarettes September 11th. Never forget. And then I ended up quitting everything else, smoking weed and some other things. I was taking kratom. And this isn't about anyone else, just about me. It's what I had to do. And I shaved my head to make a vow because it just felt natural. Shaved all my hair off and burnt it. And it's funny because I know it says St. Paul shaved his head when he took a vow in the Bible. The nature and I burned the hair and I did something with the ashes. We've been finding wild grapes. And I was gonna make wine with them, but I'm not gonna drink alcohol anymore either. So we ended up making grape jam out of them instead. But I burnt the hair because I just felt like I had to, and I was having an emotional kind of episode. And I didn't even know about this, but listen to this. The nature and conditions of the vow. There can be no doubt that the vow was that of a temporary Nazarite. It implied a separation from the world and the common life. This was the meaning of the word Nazarite. And while under the vow, the man who had taken it was to drink no wine or strong drink. So I'm taking a vow, And to let no razor pass over his head or face. I kind of did it backwards. Like I didn't let the razor pass over my head or face the whole time. I was, kind of getting fucked up a little bit. When the term was completed, he was to shave his head at the door of the tabernacle and burn the hair in the fire of the altar. Seems funny because I burned it in a place I really like in the river. A big stone in the middle of the river. And I didn't even know about this, that you burn the hair in the altar. But I don't go to church. I don't believe in church. So that was my altar out in the middle of the forest, in the middle of the river, When the Nazarites were completing their vow, shave their heads. Here's a different word, shorn. It was lawful for a man to have his hair cut or cropped during the continuance of the vow, and this apparently is what St. Paul now did. Taken to the temple and burned at the altar. So that's what I did also, without realizing it. Paul's motives: the strong feeling of thankfulness for the deliverance from danger. I feel that. Following upon fear, which as in nearly all phases of the religious life has been the chief impulse out of which vows have grown. So, and I feel also now like I've been hiding out in the woods for a long time, and I feel like it's kind of time for me to come back into modern life again. I found it curious also. It seemed to coincide with this, all these songbird deaths in Indiana, Pennsylvania, which, it's where I live, in Pennsylvania. Through August into September, it's the same time I got sick. We don't have any conclusive results regarding the cause of this mortality and morbidity event. But all the birds are dying. Neurological signs of illness, tremors, stumbling, as well as weakness and lethargy. Many of the birds are also exhibiting swelling and crusty discharge around their eyes. I had extremely sore eyes with my headache. It's happening in Pennsylvania. It's where I live. The DNR said there's no threat to people from this illness. So, who knows? I feel like there is, but... While this songbird illness event is widespread, it is not unprecedented. House finch conjunctivitis, for example, started in the eastern U.S. in the early 90s. Oh, what, you mean like when cell phones came out and they put cell phone towers everywhere? Interesting. There have been several rumors circulating about the songbird illness. Common myth is that Vigie. But that's just a rumor. Also, I read that book, The Invisible Rainbow. It's interesting because it's talking about, before the Spanish thing even broke out, it started at the radio schools when they going into World War I, when they first started using radio. The real first flu was when, this is from navalhistory.net. And the real big first one before this in the 1890s, when telegraph wires were rolling out. But it seems to be centered around the, radio and whatnot, the RF frequencies. Found these pictures. This is actually at the eclipse. I know it's sideways, but maybe I can turn it. Yeah, there you go. This is before I saw the man in there. And I asked my wife recently, I was like, did that really happen? Did I really save a man from drowning during a total solar eclipse in this lake? And she's like, yeah, that really happened. I'm like, wow, I'm really glad someone else was there. Because I don't know if I would even... And you can see actually the swimmer's island I'm talking about way off in the distance here in the picture. It's probably not as far as I thought it was, but I'm telling you, this man was way out there. It was definitely farther than it looks, but maybe not as far as I thought. Kind of see the swimmer's island that he got lost from and swam the wrong way. Yeah, I just recently found these pictures. And life's just been super crazy. A lot of crazy stuff going on. Kind of quit my new job again already when I was going through all this stuff because I was just having a hard time with my body and everything. And it just doesn't seem good to me either. Like, my old job was terrible. It's like methadone clinics, abortion clinics, jails, mental institutions. This one was better. But I'm just building all these McMansions, and I love this forest and this wildness and this nature out here. And they're just building hundreds of these houses. They're just clear-cutting the forest and blasting the mountain out with dynamite to build all these houses, and all these people from New York City are flooding in. And they want to drive all crazy, and then there's more police, and they want to get out of the city, but then they want to live the same way out here, and it's just not right. And I don't want to do that job anymore either. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I started working 3 days a week with my wife at the organic farm, or something like that. That's my plan. I've been working there, which is very good for me. Like, I'm not even used to that. She knows all about it. I got to learn about it, and it's humbling. Have your wife be your boss and make half as much money as you used to make, and have her make more money than you. Stuff like that's good for you sometimes. But it's a little image I made. It's called Holding God Hostage. And I really feel like, with the cell phones, the cell phone stuff has to go. I feel like the whole electrical stuff has to go. And I feel like they want it to seem so scary, like that would be the end of the world. We could never survive without it. But, we had advanced civilization without it for a long time. We traveled the world without it. We had everything, it's a lie. We'll be fine without it. We don't need this stuff. And I'm not saying all at once, but we need to figure out, we need to figure out how to get rid of this stuff. I really do believe that, unfortunately. we got to do something and get rid of these things. But yeah. So I guess what I'll get into now, something else I've just been thinking about. Because I got into like some electronic music type stuff over the last few years. And I don't know if anyone's familiar with modular synthesis and modular systems. It's where you have all different units, and you connect them all, and they use something called CV, right? C3, V22, 322, as in Skull and Bonesmans, and also Genesis. They shall become as gods. 322 thing, and I'm just winging it because I don't know how many more videos I'm gonna make, but I do want to touch in, just let you know I'm alive. Shaved my head and my beard off, but I'm alive. And I was just thinking about this a lot. I'm gonna turn myself off here so you can see what I'm talking about. Where's the other thing at? There we go. Okay. So CV means control voltage in electronic music, and what that means is you can have lots of different modules, like a drum machine, one will be doing keyboard, one will be doing bass, one will be doing a lead thing, one will be doing weird noises, and you can control all these different modules from a central point using CV, which is control voltage, using a single controller. And it's basically where it just sends out little signals to tell each piece of equipment what to do so that they can all work in synchronization to complete a larger task, a more complicated task, by using multiple pieces of equipment, delegating it. And we got C3V22, 322. And we have 19, 1A, 9I. So we have AI control voltage, or 322 AI control voltage. And let's think about this name, Modern A. This is the name of like a procedure now, right? And the first thing I was thinking was Modern Alpha A, new beginning, control voltage AI, like a human control voltage, modular humans, or you could split the word up differently, obviously, to be mode, R, N, A. So where I see mode to represent modular, the word modular. And is it possible, there could be some kind of technology, maybe artificial telepathy or whatever you want to call it, to kind of unify humans in this way, to work together like ants in an anthill, and turn humans kind of into this modular kind of equipment. Modular pieces working on a control voltage, a CV, just like in computers, in electronic music. I also want to mention someone close to me who actually, fired me a year and a half ago or whenever it was for just for refusing a test, has called me very recently and said they've had double procedures and they've not felt right ever since. They're feeling really bad, and they actually told me they think they're gonna die. And I told them, dude, you're not gonna die. You gotta think positive, repent, whatever you gotta do. Pray, and stop watching Alex, AJ, or whatever, TV. Stop watching everything. Just get healthy, I don't know if that's true or not, but I told them I believe everyone has an appointed time. But I believe it's up to you if you want to live your appointed time healthy and strong, or if you want to live it in a rascal scooter with diabetes and whatnot. You know what I mean? I think that's up to you. And And you know, I know for me, I can never accept this. This is, I know 100%. But that's my path in life, and it's not my place to judge anyone. Like, I love a lot of these people, you know what I mean? There's other people, too, that tell me, you know, they have kids. What are they going to do? For their job, they have to travel to Europe all the time. They're city people. They're not farmers. And, you know, it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's okay for them. I pray, I hope they're healthy. And it's my job to love them and help them, not judge them. And so instead of doing stuff on the internet and on the phone, you know, I've been doing more just going out in public and talking to people. Sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I punch things and get bloody. I wipe the blood on my face. I've been going out in public and crying on purpose in front of people and making them look at me. And things like that, just to try to make them recognize humanity again. You know, everyone's walking around like fucking robots. And I want them to see emotion. You know, I'm going through some emotional things. And that's partly me, but partly I feel like it's what we need to do. We need to get out there and yell and cry and hug each other and stuff. You know what I mean? I've been going back to Kensington in Philadelphia. It's a war zone, man. There's so many junkies and homeless people out there that need help. And I used to be down there playing my band down there. I still have a space with a buddy in a basement down there. And I want to try and start a mission down there, ministry, whatever. Paint my van or put a big magnet in my van, start working out of this basement. And I'm going to start with just my own money, buy a bunch of clean socks, clean t-shirts, and get out there with these junkies and hopeless people. It's crazy. I could show you a video, but I didn't set it up right. Kind of wish I did. But I'll show you some videos, but I want to start it on my own and take all the excess organic food from my wife's farm and from everywhere else, start making big soups or whatever. Try and feed these people organic food and just help. And I gotta be honest, I feel uncomfortable even being down there. It feels like a rat trap. But there's a lot of people that need help. So maybe if I can get that going, I can post some videos and stuff like that. Maybe eventually I'll take donations. I don't know. Once I can show you what I'm actually doing. And still, I'm just in the idea phase of it, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's pretty much all I got. Hope everyone's doing well. Maybe I'll try and play a little guitar for you real quick, sing a song or something. So if you don't like that, it's time to turn it off. Get out in nature, go hug someone, go punch a tree, hurt yourself, get bloody, you know, love someone, give them a kiss, go live real life, get out there in nature. We don't need these cell phones and electricity. We need to figure out a different way to do all this stuff. Have a good day, everyone. Jesus came to me, showed me his heart. Jesus came to me, showed me his heart. Jesus came to me, showed me his heart. I was crying, he was gold and shining. Jesus came to me, showed me his heart. I was crying and so was he. I stand before an open door. Was September 23. Jesus came to me and showed me his heart. Jesus came to me and showed me his heart. Jesus came to me and showed me his heart. I was crying. gold shining. Jesus came to me, showed me his heart. I was crying and so was he. Stand before an open door. Was September 23. Yeah, the other thing I meant to say was the person close to me that said that 2 procedures and think they're gonna feeling worse and worse ever since. They said to me, they actually said they're glad that I refused, even though they tried to force me. They're glad I quit, and they actually said they were glad I was self-aware enough, that I was so self-aware to do that, and they're happy that I, left and went out here and that I didn't listen to them. And I've never heard this person use those 2 words, self-aware. I don't think I've ever heard them use those 2 words together before in my life. So, a lot of bad things happen, a lot of good things too. And we just gotta help people. It's not our job to cast judgment, It's our job to just be as strong and healthy and as we can, and help as many people as we can. That's it. Days of lies and nights of struggle, hateful and sincere. Cast my shame off like a garment, flames tickling my ears. And isn't better, isn't bitter, but isn't better to be wrong. And isn't bitter, is bitter, but isn't better, isn't better to be wrong. Sick and tired of pain and trouble, running from the fear. Take me home now in my bones, I know the end is near. And isn't bitter, isn't bitter, but isn't better to be wrong. Isn't bitter, is bitter, isn't bitter, but isn't better to be wrong. Days of lies and nights of struggle, hateful and sincere. Cast my shame off like a garment, flames tickling my ears. Isn't